Alright, hi. Before you vanish immediately because of uh this video existing in general, let me get a few things out of the way first. This is only being made because this is a school project, which, hello, teacher. I put effort into this. Kind of, maybe, just a little bit, not really. But the whole point of this is to go over the feudal system. Title card. Alright, so let's start with the easiest question about the feudal system that we could possibly answer. When was the feudal put into place? It was, well, if you're familiar with knights and nobles and stuff like that, you should already know this answer. The feudal system was used mainly in medieval times, back when the biggest sport was a couple of guys riding horses poking each other with sticks repeatedly until they broke. Now, let's get into what the feudal system is, or was. It there was a very helpful and time-saving explanation on Google that defined it as a system for structuring society and relationships derived from the holding of land, known as a
Fiefdom.
or
Fief.
in exchange for service or labor. Now that was a lot of words. It didn't make any sense to me. I think a much simpler way to explain what the feudal system is would just be a social pyramid. It's a social pyramid. It's a triangle. It's a triangle with people. A people triangle. Like this one. Yeah, see this? This is a people triangle. The peasants at the bottom, they were the working class. They were the farmers, smiths, anything that required a lot of labor. They couldn't own land at all, so they weren't even considered to be part of the feudal system, which is why they're at the bottom, because it didn't matter at all. These are the knights. If you couldn't tell that, you might want to go read up on your fantasy novels. The knights were of noble descent most of the time. They were the ones that would be jousting or sword fighting as entertainment. The knights served the nobles in exchange for land of their own, so the knights owned a small bit of land. The nobles were rich snobs. They were rich boys. Daddy had a lot of money kind of boys. They had plenty of money and power. They were usually lords to other low-ranking nobles and knights and peasants, and they had lots of land. And at the top, there's the king, one to rule them all, leader of the land, El Presidente of the medieval times, the lords of everyone in their land. Now, let's go over some fun facts about feudalism and the feudal system. So, the feudal system was viewed as having significant downsides, including rigid social hierarchies and limited freedom, making it a system that by modern standards is considered largely bad. However, back then it was a fairly good way to govern at the time. The last remaining traces of feudalism in the world are in the village of Laxton in Nottinghamshire, which continues to retain some parts of the feudal system. It's still got some bits of feudalism left. Isn't that cool? Alright, thank you for watching this probably 2-minute long video. I'm only uploading this because I have to.